before attending the retreat, I have to admit that my life was not the way that I wanted it to be. I had a lot of circumstances that really I think could have been a lot better, with family, with friends, my employment situation, and really my general being, you know. My general consciousness, my general psyche at all times was not where I wanted it to be at all. And after I left the retreat, something happened.
The transformational agenda is exactly that. It will transform your absolute fiber of your being. I really appreciate being here. It kind of gives me a re-energizing of what it means to be an African American, what our plight is as African people to help one another and rebuild our relationships as well as our families and our communities. If you are looking forward to changing your life from this point on into the rest of your life and someone else, and that person helps someone else, this is definitely the place for you. So, Transformational Agenda, you rock.
Been one of the most rewarding, if not the most rewarding experience of my life in terms of letting me or helping me to understand from whence I've came and all of the trials and tribulations that I, not only myself, has suffered, but also to understand what our people have suffered.
I'm so pleased to be in the place today with me and my son empowering our entire existence. The transformation agenda has certainly transformed me and given me just a basis for providing for my child, my family, my community, the world.
Was I noticed an immediate change in my circumstances. What I realized was that once a change happened inside, it had no choice but to happen outside as well. My family relationships have improved. Communication is better with family members who it has not been good with. Relationships with friends have changed. Some people are no longer my friends. And I have friends now that I'm closer to after being through the transformational agenda. And the other important thing was that my employment situation switched.
It's given me some enlightenment as to what my ancestors gave to us, gave to me personally, and what I need to share back. Before, I've always wanted to help others, but now, given the conviction of the responsibilities that the ancestors have given to me, it has opened my eyes to a point that that's all I want to do. I'm passionate about healing my community. If you get involved with the transformational agenda, look to be transformed, because that's exactly what it'll do for you. This works. I know it works because it's working on me.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah. Transformational Agenda, 2012. Come experience the transformation.
We just completed our retreat, the Transformation Agenda retreat, and it has been a tremendously empowering session that illuminated my understanding of the reason why we don't succeed. Everyone should do everything they can to be a part of this experience, not only to build relationships with the people you're in the retreat with, but to get the information that you can take back to your families, back to your churches, and into your community, that you can have that long-lasting change that is desperately needed.
It gave me a lot of information about my ancestors and how they provided a life for me and how I can go out into the world and make a difference. And it made me more aware of what's going on in my community and what's going on in my schools, and how we do we all need to make a change.
First thing that struck me was how important it is to know our past and our history and how our history affects us as a people. The second thing I learned was how important it was for us to take ownership or empower ourselves to be of service to other
What
people.
I've gotten out of the transformational agenda or the retreat is that we cannot move forward as a people unless we understand our past.
I found it to be a meaningful day spent interacting with my brothers and sisters. I think it's really important to rethink who we are, to understand fully our history and how our history impacts how we relate to other people, how we relate to our neighbors, how we relate to our children, how we treat ourselves.
And the third thing I learned about we as a people is that we need to continually uplift each other in love and in patience and empowerment by controlling our environment and eliminating the things that will bring us down as a people.
And I just really enjoyed it, and I would tell anybody my age or older to come to it, and it'll help you and give you a better mindset.
It's time to go through a rebirth and to appreciate who we are as a people, to understand that we are intelligent, that we are an honest people, that we are a humane people, and start living out our God-given attributes and our God-given spirit and not be self-destructive.
I have found the answer, and it's in the Transformational Agenda Retreat. You need to be a part of this. All pastors, all civic leaders, all politicians, anybody in a position of authority, mothers, fathers, anybody. Do everything you can. When someone mentions to you the Transformational Agenda Retreat, tell them I'm going. Whatever it takes, be a part of it.
Ashe.
Retreat was nothing short of amazing. I think the word empowering is an understatement, a drastic understatement. I think that overall the impact that it's had on me has been tremendous. Just to be a catalyst for change in my community, and not just in the community, but in my city, in my country, in the world, and to also inspire other people to do the same thing and to set us on the right path of healing.
Transformational agenda, the foundation is education, because empowerment is the foundation of the transformational agenda. If you don't know what empowerment is, you need to come out to the transformational agenda. You know, empowerment, empowering our communities, taking the control back. You know, the comparison between slavery, when we had no control. It's 2013. It's all between our ears. The transformational agenda.
And I'm very thankful to be able to participate in this learning experience. It's awesome, it's great, and I feel like I was able to connect with the ancestors and what they are teaching us to really take responsibility, and I really enjoyed the lesson that they gave us to not give up and to have a proper perspective in regards to the explanation behind why they had certain mannerisms and attitudes in slavery, and then comparing that to now and why it's not necessary for us to live and think like that anymore.
And this conference was life-changing. I've seen the problems that we face as African Americans in this community. I see the things that we go through, the things that we do, but I've never been able to connect and understand why. And that is the first part of healing our community. So this was a great way to understand what we need to do and why we do what we do. It just was a great life-changing event. It empowered me to show me that I have purpose and I have life and I can make an impact, as well as show me how to heal within myself.